Most die-hard NBA fans have heard Luka Doncic's name being thrown into conversations surrounding who will be the number one draft pick in 2018. But with Marvin Bagley reclassifying and the hype around Michael Porter Jr. growing, Doncic's name is being brought up less and less when talking about the number one pick. This video is going to change that, and will show you why Luka Doncic may be the best European prospect ever. Firstly, I wanted to distinguish between prospect and player. I do not think Doncic will be the best European player ever. There is a small chance he could be, but Dirk Nowitzki has his hands firmly on that crown for now. But Dirk and other great European players were not always considered sure things as prospects, and some only proved their talent, skill, and drive once they got to the league. The best prospects is a whole separate category, full of prediction and unknown factors. Andrea Bargnani, Dragan Bender, Kristaps Porzingis, Darko Milicic, Ricky Rubio, and now Luka Doncic. These are the big names that have drawn widespread attention from the NBA, its scouts, and its rabid fans. A prospect takes into account what they have shown in their youth, how they have developed, their athleticism, their composure, and personality, and hundreds of other factors used by scouts and GMs to project player development and success in the NBA. Luka Doncic looks set to be the most desired of all these prospects, a 6'7" guard that looks like he could play point guard and all wing positions. He possesses great shooting for his age and amazing passing, agility, and vision. Doncic also has the ability to dribble and makes plays with both hands and has amazing ball control and the ability to handle pressure for someone of his age. The only downside to Doncic as a prospect is that he's not truly athletically gifted. He is athletic and can get above the rim and moves exceptionally well for a 6'7" human being. However, he does not have the freak athleticism of past prospects such as LeBron James, Andrew Wiggins, and Anthony Davis. There have already been hundreds of attempted comparisons with Doncic and past NBA players, but due to his unique size and skill set, it is incredibly difficult to find an accurate one. During my research, I heard and read the following comparisons: a less athletic LeBron, a more skilled Evan Turner, a bigger James Harden, and Grant Hill. There are a ton of other shocking comparisons, but those four I liked, and when looked at together, they give you an idea of what kind of player Doncic could become. But one comparison that I didn't read anywhere, that I personally really like, is a smaller sized Toni Kukoc, that can play the point guard instead of the center position. Kukoc was a 6'11" wing from Croatia who played in the Bulls' second three-peat of championships. He started by coming off the bench and played minutes at the small forward, power forward, center, and even occasionally shooting guard. Kukoc was exceptionally skilled for someone of his size, especially considering the time he played in the league. He could take players off the dribble and make smart passes in traffic. He could also shoot from deep and was an all-round versatile threat that did an amazing job on the defensive end. Doncic is 4 inches smaller than Kukoc, but he predicts to have a lot of the same skills that Kukoc had, and the amount of skill he has for someone of his size is immense, especially considering he has the ability to run point guard. Big point guards will always develop hype, as fans let their minds wander to players like LeBron, Oscar Robertson, and Magic Johnson. But Doncic has proven he can run the pick and roll and successfully manage a team in his 2 years in the Real Madrid senior side. Doncic has been at Real Madrid for 5 years, signing a 5-year contract with them at the incredibly young age of 13, and he went on to become the third youngest player to debut in the top Spanish basketball league. He debuted at the age of 16 years, 2 months, and 2 days old, with only Ricky Rubio and Angel Rubello debuting at younger ages than Luka. The next year, in 2015-2016, he would become part of Real Madrid's main 12-man roster and play in every competition the club would play in. In this season, he would have his best career performance against Bilbao Basket, scoring 15 points, grabbing 6 rebounds, and dishing out 4 assists on his way to a performance index rating of 22. This was the highest scoring tally and highest performance index rating of any player under the age of 17 in the league's history. In the 2016-2017 season, Doncic would cement himself in Real Madrid's rotation as he averaged 7.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4.2 assists in only 19.9 minutes. I cannot stress how impressive this is for someone who only turned 18 during the season. To put up these numbers in limited minutes against grown men and professionals is amazing. As a result of this phenomenal play that continued throughout the EuroLeague, he was awarded the EuroLeague Rising Star Award by a unanimous vote. But it has been Doncic's superb play in the recent Eurobasket that has caught everyone's attention once again. He has averaged 15.7 points, 3.1 assists, and 8 rebounds per game in just 29 minutes. He has been the second option on the Slovenian team, behind Goran Dragic. For this reason, his numbers aren't as high on the offensive end as they could be, but for an 18-year-old, this is almost unprecedented. In the quarterfinals, he really took it to Kristaps Porzingis and the Latvian team, as he scored 27 points to help take Slovenia into the medal rounds. In these 27 points was a ridiculous deep 3-point shot that banked off of the glass and sealed the game for Slovenia, as Porzingis was attempting to drag Latvia to a comeback win. New York Knicks fans would have salivated watching the game, as Kristaps Porzingis dropped 34 points in a valiant losing effort. However, the biggest reason for them to be excited is the potential for them to draft Luka Doncic and pair the guard and their prized big man up. There will be plenty of other amazing talent at the top end of the draft, with Porter Jr. and Bagley also projecting to be good fits for a lot of teams. But Doncic would fit perfectly next to Porzingis, as he can effectively run the pick and roll and the pick and pop, and is great at using a screening big man to get open and collapse the defense. If the Knicks have the number 1 pick, I think they would take Doncic and invest in the traditional guard big man combo that the league has seen so many times throughout its history. At this stage though, none of the top prospects are a slam dunk first pick. Teams would be taking players based on fit and position needs. For example, Phoenix already have Eric Bledsoe, Devin Booker, and Josh Jackson, so they might look to take a big man Marvin Bagley to play the 4 and 5 over taking another guard in Doncic. This draft is set to be very, very interesting this season, and I will be sure to do videos covering all the intricacies of the draft as it draws closer. One thing is certain though, and that is that Doncic will go at least top 5, and I would be very surprised to see him drop out of the top 3. Guards that can slash, shoot, handle the ball, and pass as well as he does, especially for his size, are an extremely rare breed in the league, let alone coming out of the draft. I'm also absolutely in love with Doncic's high basketball IQ. He recognises situations and mismatches and knows how to exploit them. Put a smaller guard on him and he'll immediately take them into the post and bully his way to a rim for an easier layup, or draw a double team and pass out of it. In the quarterfinal against Latvia, he identified that Porzingis had 3 fouls just before halftime, and when Porzingis switched onto him, Doncic simply drove his way to the rim and bodied KP, knowing that he could not overcommit and risk a foul. This kind of smart play isn't shown by that many experienced NBA players, let alone rookies or draft prospects, and it is clear that years of professional coaching in a stable environment have done wonders for his understanding of the game as well as his skills. It identifies Doncic as highly coachable and someone who will work his way into a game and find areas to impact it in every game. When his shot isn't falling, Doncic tends to lock in more on the defense and try and help out as much on the glass as possible. Overall, Luka Doncic is just a fascinating prospect, and I genuinely believe he is the most intriguing and best prospect to come out of Europe ever. I'll be watching with keen eyes as he plays his last season with Real Madrid, and I suggest you do too. He should be set for an even bigger role, and it will be fascinating to watch him potentially lead a team as he strives for the playoffs and the number 1 draft pick. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. And comment on what you think of Doncic. Is he one of the best prospects in recent years? Will he go number 1? Do you want him on your team? Let me know in the comments down below.